In the last session, we have dealt with the concept-wise class on the number system. In this session, we are going to deal with practice problems on number system. The first question is, a 2-digit number is 4 times sum of its digit and 3 times product of its digit. Find the numbers. Here we want to do the calculation on option based trick. So let's take the option one by one. Option A 64, option B 48, option C 24 and option D 12. So here it is given 4 times sum of its digits. So let's take A and B. It is a 2-digit number, right? Here this is the ones or units place. Here it is the tens place. So what is the number presented in tens is known as A, and in the ones place I can take it's B. So here 4 times sum of its digit. So this number which is equal to 4 times. So 4 into summation. Summation means A plus B. You want to take like that. So 4 times A plus B, which will be equal to the number, and it is clearly stated this number AB, which is equal to product of its digit 3 times. 3 times the product of digit, which means 3 into product of the digit, that is A into B. In such a way you want to take. Let's make these two conditions satisfied, then that number will become the correct answer. If any one of the condition is wrong, you no need to go with the second condition. Why? Because both the condition and means both the conditions are to be satisfied, then only the number is the correct one. So let's move on to the option A 64, which is clearly given. 64 means here A is 6 and B is 4. So let's check whether 4 into A is 6, here B is 4. 4 into 6 plus 4 is equal to 64 or not? No, it is not there. Why? Because 4 into 10. 6 plus 4 is 10 here simply. 4 into 10 is 40. 64, which is not equal to 40. So option A ruled out. No need to go with the option 2. Why? Because from the first condition itself, it is not satisfied. So moving on to the second option. Moving on to the second option, 48. So here A is to be considered as 4 and B is to be considered as 8. So here let's check 4 into 4 plus 8, which is equal to 48 or not. What is 4 plus 8? 4 plus 8 is simply 12. So 4 into 12, which is 36. 48, which is not equal to 36. So no need to check with the second condition. From this first condition alone, we can eliminate option B. Moving on to the option C. 24 is given. So considering A is 2 and B is 4, whether 4 into 2 plus 4, which is equal to 24 or not. What is 4 into 2 plus 4? 2 plus 4, first it is to be solved, which is 6. So 4 into 6 is 24. Yes, both the sides are equal. So the first condition satisfied. So don't say this is the correct answer. Also we need to check with the last option. So here 24 is equal to 24. First condition satisfied. Moving on to the second condition. AB, the number AB 24, whether which is equal to thrice 3 times 2. A is 2 here into B, which is 4. 3 times 2 into 4 is equal to 24 or not? Yes, we can check. 3 into 2 into 4 is 8. Here 24. Yes, 24. Here also 24. 3 into 8 is 24. Both the side compensated. Now we can come to the conclusion. Option C is the correct answer, which is 24. The next question. The sum of 3 consecutive odd integers is 51. Find the smallest number. Here in front of you 4 options are given: 17, 15, 9 or 21. So let's do this with the traditional method first, then also we can use the smart way to answer this. So method 1, traditional way. So here sum of 3 consecutive. The word consecutive means next or immediate next. So consecutive means immediate next. Now I am asking you, what is the consecutive number to 2? So consecutive means next number you will answer 3. What is the consecutive number to 3? You will answer 4. So these all are said to be consecutive natural numbers. Now I am giving you even number and odd number category. You want to say the consecutive number. Now I am giving 5. So what is the next consecutive odd number to 5 means? After that 6 will be there. That is a natural number. I want only the odd number. Your answer will be 7. After 7, what is the consecutive odd number? Your answer is 9. After that, what is the consecutive odd number? 11 and so on. So the consecutive odd number series, it may start from anywhere. So starting point is not clear here. So I am giving the starting point. You want to say the next one. So starting point is not defined here. But the next number is very clear because it is given consecutive. Now, consecutive even number to 10. I am giving you 10. What is the next consecutive even number to 10? Simply you will say 12. After that, 14. So, these are the consecutive even number series. So, this is what? Consecutive natural number series. This is consecutive odd numbers series. This one is consecutive even number series. In the consecutive natural number series, everywhere the difference will be 1. Here the difference will be 1. That's all. So the starting point is even not mentioned. The difference will be the same. It remains 1 for consecutive natural numbers. What happened in the case of consecutive odd numbers? Here the difference is 2. Here also the difference is 2. Here the difference is 2. So the difference will be 2 for any consecutive odd numbers. It may be 3 digit, 4 digit, whatever it is, the difference will be 2. Consecutive even numbers. Now check it out. How many numbers is the difference? That is 10 and 12. The difference is 2. 12 and 14. The difference is 2. So however, whatever be the starting point, whatever be the number of digits, that is not a matter. Consecutive even numbers, the difference will be always equal to 2, similar to the odd numbers. There is only one difference, that is for natural numbers the difference is 1. Let's have a point over there. Difference is 1 for consecutive natural number. Difference is 2 for consecutive odd numbers. Difference is also 2 for even numbers. So these three concepts are very basic things before entering into any number system question. One of such a question is given: the sum of 3 consecutive odd integers is 51. Find the smallest number. So for that we want to make the first number is x. What is the next number? Here it is given the consecutive odd integers. Consecutive odd integers, the pattern will be the difference is 2. So let's draw the series first, then we can get the solution. So the numbers pattern will be the first number, let's take it as x. Then the next number will be x plus 2. Why? Because the common difference will be 2. What will be the next number? It will be x plus 4. So this is the pattern for this question. So this number is 3 and 3 plus 2 5, right? Say for example this is 3, this is 5 and this is 7. So 3 plus 2 is 5 and 3 plus 4 is 7, and likewise it is going. It is a never ending series. Here we have chosen only 3 numbers because in the question it is given 3 numbers. So I have taken x, x plus 2 and x plus 4. Here the numbers are not clearly given or defined. Okay. Now we can move on to the question. Find the smallest number. So method 1, you can use the option based method. All or the options are given in terms of odd number. So let's take smallest number it is given. So assign 17 for the smallest one. If this is 17, this will be 19. What about the next number? This will become 21. So the difference are 2. So it is given the sum should be equal to 51. Let me check whether all these together will give you the value of 51 or not. Here 19 is given, taking 1 from the 20 plus 20, 40. So 57 is there. So option A, what is that? 17, which is wrong. Why? Because 51 is required. Here I got 57, which is not equal to 51. Okay, moving on to the option B. Under this, it is given x is 15. So x is 15. So let me take x plus 2 will be equal to 17. What is x plus 4? X plus 4 will be equal to 19. So 15, 17 and 19 are the three numbers. Let me check whether the summation of this is equal to 51 or not. So here 19 plus 7, 26 plus 10, 36, 36 plus 5, 41 plus 10. Yes, it is exactly 51. Here also 51, which is equal to 51. So we can say option B is the correct one. Also, we can solve the same problem under the average based method. Let's do that. Solving under method 2, for that we want to use the formula for average, and we want to know in a consecutive series average will be the middle number always. Always we know that average is equal to sum of observation by number of observations. So in this it is clearly given what is the sum of the numbers. Sum is 51. What are the total number of digits there? There are 3. 3 numbers, sum is 51, right? So sum is 51, the observation is 3. 51 divided by 3, the average is equal to 17. So as soon as you have referred the question, you want to pick up that average is simply 17. The next one is in a consecutive series, average is equal to middle number. So average is 17 will be the middle number. So as soon as you got this point, it is easy to find the answer for the smaller number. Here one number is there, the middle number is 17. What is the previous and next number for that? In the odd number series, previous odd number to 17 is 15, and the next, if it is given in the question, your answer will be 19. So as soon as you got 17, you can easily say 15 is the answer, which is presented in the option B. This is the another way of doing the same sum. Here also the same answer, 15. The next question is based on the concept finding the least number to be added or subtracted from n into m, which is given two numbers, the product, from that to get a perfect square. So here the n into m value will be given in such a way that which is not a perfect square. So you want to add up somewhat number or you want to reduce somewhat number to require to get the perfect square. So that is the thing we are going to do now. Here two cases I have taken. The first case is find the least number to be added to 14 into 8, where n is 14 and m is 8 to get a perfect square. For that we are having a standard formula for that. So take the least number. So L is equal to difference divided by 2 the whole square. If you have taken the difference between n and m divided by 2 and take the whole square, definitely you will be getting the number which is to be added to the result of 14 into 8. Definitely the result will be perfect square. That is the question over here. Let's do that. 14 and 8. N is 14 and m is 8. What is the difference between 2? 14 minus 8 is simply 6. 6 divided by 2 the whole square. What is the result? 6 divided by 2, which is 3. So 3 square. Finally the answer is 9. The questions given in the exams are designed in such a way you want to choose this number from the option. From the options you want to choose 9. That's all. Now let's verify this with the cross checking thing. So here 14 into 8, what is the result? 14 into 8. 10 into 8 is 80. 4 into 8 is 32. 80 plus 32, 112. So already a number which is given in the question, the result is 112. That is indirectly given as 14 into 8. Now the number which is to be added is 9, the result came. So 112 plus 9 is what? Actually, which is 121, that is simply 11 square. Simply this 121 is 11 square, so 121 is definitely a perfect square, right? How did we arrive at 121? By adding the number 9. So answer for this question is 9. 9 is to be added, that's all. Now we are having a separate formula. Whenever it is given, find the least number to be subtracted from 14 into 8 to get a perfect square. So here we can say that 14 into 8, the result will be somewhat, that is we have seen in this, the result is simply 112, right? So 112, from that somewhat number is to be subtracted to get a perfect square. Here also we can get a previous perfect square. How to do that is, here we are having the specific formula. So we can say n is 14 and m is 8. So the formula here is n plus m. You want to add up first, then less. What is the least number to be added here? That is 9 here. So least number, say L. Always you want to add up 1 with that. So L plus 1. This is the standard formula. Using this, you will be getting a number. That number is to be subtracted from the product and you can get a perfect square number easily. So let's do that. What is n plus m? 14 plus 8. 14 plus 8 is simply 22 minus L plus 1. L means what we have got in the addition case. L is 9 here. So we can simply substitute 9. 9 plus 1 is 10. So 22 minus 10 is simply 12. So this 12 is to be subtracted from the number. Okay, let us do. What is 14 into 8? Which is 80 plus 32, 112. This 112 is given in the question, minus 12, our answer. So finally the result is what? 100. 100 is a perfect square, which is 10 square. That's all. Before and after perfect square, numbers can be got by using the two different formulas. For that, concept is given here, finding the least number to be added or subtracted from the n into m to get a perfect square. Let's move on to the practice question. Find the least number to be added to 102 into 118 to get a perfect square number. So what is the condition given? To be added. So what is the formula for that? Take the difference between the numbers divided with 2. So the whole power 2. So let's take it 102 and 118. What is the difference between these two? Which is 16. 16 is the difference which is to be divided by 2, the whole square. So finally my answer is 8 square, which is 64. So simply 64 which is to be added with this number to get a perfect square. Your option is option C, 64. The next number 4. Find the least number to be subtracted from 1997 into 1903 to get a perfect square. Here it is given a 4-digit number. Let us solve. So here also the subtraction. So for subtraction, what is the final result? So you want to add up the number n plus m. It is to be subtracted with L plus 1. So for that we want to follow the formula for L. L is equal to what? Difference by 2, the whole power 2. So let's take the difference between 1997 and 1903. What is the difference between these two? Which is simply 94. So let me take 94 over here divided by 2 the whole square. So 94 by 2 is 47. The whole square will be the answer simply. So how to calculate square of any 2-digit number? Let's learn this first, then move on to the question. So for that, 47 the whole square. You can use this as a tool for calculating any numbers whole square, which is useful for 2-digit numbers only. So here we can take that 4 here, 7 here, above to that I am writing first number 4 into next number 7 into what is the power 2 into 2. What is the result? 4 into 7, 28. 28 into 2, 56. So here I got 4 into 7, 28 into 2, 56. Keep it separately. Now the next thing is, here we want to make a 4-digit number by squaring the 4 and by squaring the 7. Always you want to write 2-digit numbers. However, so what is 7 square? 7 square is 49. 4 can be written here, 9 can be written here like this. And what is 4 square? 16. 1 want to be written here, 6 want to be written here. In such a way always you want to write. So what can you do? If 42 square is given means 4 square 16, it is correct. 2 if it is presented here, 2 square is 4. 4 is to be written in these 2 digits. How means? 0, 4 like that. That is a trick. Now coming to the point, 47 square, 7 square is 49 I have taken, 4 square is 16 I have taken. Now what to do with the 56 already we have taken? This 56 want to be added with this 4-digit number except by leaving the last right hand side digit. So 56 where I want to write is after leaving this. For that I have mentioned star over here. After making star, you can write down the number. If it is 3-digit, you can write. If it is 4-digit, you can write like that. Now you can simply add these two values. So 9 star means 0, it is 9 here. 4 plus 6, 0, 1 here. 6 plus 6, 12, carry over 1. Finally, 47 square can be easily obtained using this trick. 2209, and that is the answer. Now moving on to the question, 47 square is 2209. Now we want to find the least number to be subtracted from 1997 into 1903. So what is this actually? L. We got L here. Now we want to find n plus m minus L plus 1. Let's do that. L is 2209. So 2209 plus 1, 2210, L plus 1 I have taken. Here n plus m is to be added. What is n plus m? Which is 1997 into 1903, which was given in the question. Simply you can add up. So here 1997 plus 3, 2000 plus 1900, 3900 minus 2210. So what is the result over here? So finally the result is 1690, which is actually given in the option B. So answer for this is 1690, which is given in the option B. Subscribe our channel for more upcoming videos. The continuation of this series will be continued in the next part 2, number system practice problems part 2.